I would like to thank the Ministry of Agriculture for inviting SEA to make the presentation on need for Indian standard of oil palm sustainability. Let me first congratulate the central government for announcing rupees 11,000 crores program for NMO oil palm. We are sure the project will give a push for a new plantation in the southern state and northeastern state as well as in Andaman and Nicobar Island. The project will definitely augment the domestic oil availability in the year to come and help to curb the rising import of edible oil with the objectives of achieving Atmanirbhar. Sir and Madam, let me appraise you. SEA jointly with Solidarity, after a series of discussions with the expert in 2017, launched the IPOS, the Indian Palm Oil Sustainability Framework. IPOS is developed to promote sustainability, improving the production, farmers' profitability, and robust edible oil industry and trade. IPOS potentially contributes in coherence under the national initiative towards inclusive and sustainable palm oil and edible oil sector in India and being followed voluntarily by the domestic oil palm sector. Let us look at this chart. For producing 1 ton of palm oil, you need 0.26 hectare, while rapeseed, sunflower or oil or soybean oil, you need about 6 to 8 times land to produce the same quantity of the oil. Local palm oil production, as my earlier speaker also said, is hardly 300,000 tons. That is 3.5%, while import constitute about 96.5%. Yeah. In case of ratio, soya is a 32 local and 68% imported, while sun oil is hardly 3% local and 97% imported. Overall, our dependence on import of edible oil is nearly 65% of the total consumption. Next. Look at here, India's vegetable imports. Out of 31.1 million ton imported in 2021, palm sale was 8.3 million tons, roughly 63%, followed by soybean at 2.8 million ton, that is 22%, and sunflower oil at 1.8 million ton, that is 14% of the total import. Next. Look at this is edible consumption long-term projections. Currently, India's consumption is about 21.5 to 22 million ton. Of course, in the last 2 years, the consumption has reduced because of the two reasons. One is the corona and second is the high price of edible oil. But roughly, during the current year, I am expecting the consumption would be about 22 million ton, and by 25-26, it may go increase to about 25 to 27 million tons production. Are we ready to meet this requirement? That's a question coming in the mind of the industry and, of course, policy makers. Next. The palm oil is crucial for India. As I said, palm oil consumption is nearly 37 or 38% in overall demand of 22 million ton. We are heavily dependent on import of palm oil. Can we afford this luxury? Next question. Next. Look at here. The palm oil industry faces the three major challenges for sustainability globally. Next. First, palm oil production is blamed for deforestation. You can see from this picture also. Next. Second challenge. Negative propaganda says palm oil is bad for health. These Western NGOs are doing this propaganda against the palm oil. And third, look at here. Anti-palm oil marketing says this product do not contain the palm oil, which leaves a suspicious in the mind of the consumer. Why should I eat palm oil? This is how the negative propaganda is here. Yeah. Now look at here. Recently, Sri Lankan government banned the import of palm oil and also directed the local planter to uproot the trees. Under whose demand? We are also wondering why the Sri Lankan government has taken such decision. And look at here. EU says they have banned the usage of palm oil in biodiesel by 2030. Next. This will affect the millions of oil palm growers in the palm oil producing countries. Next. Now let us look at the other issue, how the palm oil is. Palm oil is the world's highest yielding oil crop. Its output, as I said earlier, 5 to 10 times greater per hectare, offering a better land use efficiency than the other vegetable oils. Palm oil is affordable cooking oil and source of nutrition for millions of consumers in Asian countries. Combined with the competitive price, the relative stability and reported nutritional benefits, palm oil leverage the natural advantage. That position is likely to be long-term staple for the global diet. Next. To counter this malicious propaganda against the palm oil, particularly from the NGO of the Western countries, both Malaysia and Indonesia, before 10 years, developed the sustainability standard, namely ISPO by Indonesia and MSPO by Malaysia, and currently covering 42% land oil palm plantation in Indonesia and 98%, mind well, 98% Malaysia has covered under their sustainability program. Next. What is the challenge in sustainable palm oil in India? Now let's look at this in India. Under Government of India NME oil palm program, plan to cover additional 6.5 lakh hectare by 25-26 and aiming the production of palm oil by about 28 lakh tons by 29-30. In view of this, it is equally important that we address the challenges ahead for the sustainability issue faced by the currently palm oil producing countries. Next. As I said earlier, in 2017, we developed IPOS and in SCA, jointly with the Solidarity in support of the Indian Institute of the Palm Research, IOPR, Dr. Mathur is here, and also the many industry stakeholders developed India's own standard for sustainable palm oil called IPOS. Next. These are the 6 principles for sustainable palm oil. First, overall continuous improvement and transparency. Second, compliance with the legal requirement and laws. Third, good plantation practices. Fourth, good business practice and commitment to economic and financial viability. 5, responsibility for community relations, fair labor and employee conditions. And last, conserve and protect. I repeat, conserve and protect the natural resources, environment, biodiversity and ecosystem. Next. Now how the IPOS differs. Indian consumer currently, those who are exporting the derivatives of the oil, palm oil, pays about $30 to $50 to an NGO based in Europe for certifications. If we have our own standard, we don't have to pay $30 or $50 for exporting the product from the palm. It supports the sustainability expansion of palm oil in India. Godrej became the first group to receive the certifications of under IPOS, designed to become the mark to assure the Indian consumer about the sustainable and healthy palm oil through the traceability. And last, the IPOS Secretary. The SEA is functioning as IPOS Secretary currently. Next. We have set up a IPOS Council for promotion of the sustainable palm oil in India. It supports sustainable expansion of palm oil in India, provides Indians own sustainability benchmark to the Indian industry for sustainable procurement uptake, support in promoting sustainable palm oil consumption in India, and collaboration with the Malaysia and Indonesia agencies. Coordinate with the National Sustainability Standard for Sustainable Palm Oil Production and Trace in Asia. Next. This was the first certificate we had issued to the Godrej. Next. Why the IPOS is important for India? Very important issue. IPOS is a very strong step forward in the direction toward the solving the sustainability issues in the palm oil sector. IPOS is developed by the Indian industries considering the local condition and the realities. Adoption of IPOS would strengthen the role of India in driving the sustainability in the sector and mitigate the associated sustainability risks. Third, IPOS being an unified sustainability standard would reduce the duplicity, huge efforts and costs involved in different sustainability certifications. Next. The North India is a land of opportunity. My earlier speakers already spoke, so I'll squeeze this next slide. IPOS is now aligned with the Indonesian and Malaysian government sustainability standard. SEA signed MOU in July 2018 with Indonesian Palm Oil Board and later the Malaysian Palm Oil Board in September 2019 to promote ISPO of Indonesia, MSPO of Malaysia and IPOS, the voluntary stand of India for promoting sustainability palm oil between these three countries. Next. Our recommendations. A comprehensive framework, IPOS, is to be integrated to ensure the sustainability in the oil palm sector, alignment with the NMOP IPOS to be endorsed by Government of India. Greater awareness about the sustainable palm oil and goodness of palm oil among the consumer need to be created. Government intervention from both the producing and consuming countries may play a key role for uptake of sustainable palm oil. Creating the shared responsibility between the producing and consuming countries in view of the deforestation, biodiversity loss and unsustainable practices. Enabling the government policies for sustainable palm oil and traceability in the supply chain has to be improved. Madam, we have already prepared the draft ready for you. I think the government may constitute a committee to evaluate our draft and adopt as the Indian standard. I am not saying that our draft, then it will be Government of India's standard. That is what is needed. Malaysia has the MSPO or Indonesia ISPO. Why not we have the own standard? And 90% we have cooked. Now the ball is in your court, madam. And I accept this model is a model for the development of the Indian standards here. Lastly, madam, while oil palm is a long-term measure for raising the production, however, for short-term measures, soya, groundnut and rapeseed can augment the supply situation. We therefore appeal